I knew it. I just knew it. It was too good to be true. It was too many good things were coming out. Too many good things were being said. It was too good to be true. And I should have known. I should have just known the back of my head that somebody somewhere somehow was going to find a way to ruin a good thing. Why? Because, I don't know. It's just their job. You know, we can't have a finished, complete game. We can't have a good game without there being some type of underhanded crap going on in the background. And what better game to do it than with Spyro? So I'm sure many of you guys have heard that news has come out that games 2 and 3 of the Spyro Reignited trilogy cannot be accessed. You need to download them. How do you download them? Why? Nobody knows. And to be honest, it doesn't seem like that many people care because, you know, I was going to download it anyway, or it's no big deal. I want to play the first game first anyway. That's not why this is the issue. The question is, why are games 2 and 3 locked behind some type of downloadable content? Whether you have to download the game or if it's just a patch, why is that the case? Why? And don't tell me that, oh, they ran out of room on the disc. Shut up. Grand Theft Auto 5, huge game. You're not going to sit here and tell me that Spyro Reignited Trilogy requires more disk space than a game like Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm just not going to believe that. All these games that's come out on this generation have fit on one disc. This is a Blu-ray disc, so I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it because the only reason I can think of, I was talking to a friend just a minute ago, and he brought up a good point. The only possible reason why Activision can do this that would make the most sense is for anti-piracy, so that people can't get access. So, you know, you can't illegally get all 3 games. Only problem with this is, while that may seem like a good reason, it's not. You're doing more harm to the consumer who legitimately bought your game. So, just a scenario. Let's say you don't have internet, and this is always going to be the case. I don't care what you say, like, oh, okay, it's 2018, everybody has internet. No. You don't know everyone's situation. Everyone may not have internet or access to internet. It might be the reason why people buy games physically to begin with, because this right here, what they're doing, completely there's no point in buying the game in a physical form. There's no reason to do it. You might as well just download it. And it makes no sense. So, like I said, you're hurting the consumer because if they don't have access to the internet for whatever reason, they can't play the game. You're pretty much robbing people. They're paying for a game that has 3 playable games in there. This is the product you're selling. You told me that this product has 3 games, Spyro 1, 2, and 3. But I don't have access to 2 and 3. Why? I have to fulfill another requirement to get access to something that I paid for and should have access to immediately anyway. I paid for it. So, and of course, you know, it seems like everyone's like, it doesn't seem like enough people are bothered by this because, and that's what's so good about it, because like, oh, you know, you want this game. You've been waiting your whole life for this game. It's the perfect thing to run this kind of test on. Like your nostalgia will cloud your judgment to get this game, and it's perfect. I think it is, because I was like, you know, initially I was gonna download it anyway because I'm more along the lines of doing it anyway. I don't have that many PlayStation games, so I'm not worried about my hard disk getting full. But as a person who wants gaming to be great always, I understand the importance behind a physical copy and why they're there. Because if anything happens or the PlayStation Store, if they decide to shut it down or whatever, you lose all that stuff. If something just happens, everything you download is completely corrupt, is gone, and you're screwed. That's why people buy games, buy physical copies of games, so they can have the game like, I have it here, it's mine, regardless of what happens to PlayStation or Xbox. I can turn this thing on offline, plug it in, and just put my game in and play it. That is what makes physical copies better. That's why people buy physical copies. And I'm seeing everybody, and it's just a mix between, well, we don't really know what it means, or maybe it's not that big a deal. Maybe it's just a patch. We don't even know if you download the entire games. And I'm hearing all these people ask these questions, but I'm like, it doesn't matter. The fact that Activision hasn't come out and directly explained what it is, the reason why they're doing this, should be all you need to not trust it. And guys, I know it's hard. I know it's really hard because we're all excited for Spyro. We all want to play Spyro. I heard that the same thing happened to Crash because I didn't know. I wasn't even paying attention, which that's on me. You know, if I had the same love for Crash as I did for Spyro when it came out, and I found out this was the case, I would have raised hell about it back then. But the fact that this is happening only makes me suspicious of Activision because I'm like, whatever reason you're trying to do this is to further some insidious crap later down the line. It has to be. Because like I said, you know, if the reason for it is to stop piracy, you're only going to be hurting the consumer, the people who actually pay money to play your game. And let me see if I'm gonna pull up some of the explanations behind this as to why people aren't. What's the Reddit thread? Hold on. What are people saying? Throwing a hissy fit about canceling pre-orders. 213. It's like no one knows why they're doing this, and it's like you should want to know why are you doing this? Is there a reason? It can't be because there ain't enough room on the disc. That is a BS reason, and anyone who says that thinking they're coming up with an explanation, no. It's 2018. They can fit plenty of stuff on a disc, especially a game like this. A game that's pretty much fully completed. Oh yeah, that's another reason. Some people are saying, well, maybe it's the patch the game because they're not finished with it yet. I'm like, why would you release an unfinished game? If you need longer than September 21st to make this game, take more time. Is it strange? Like, why do we have to request games to be complete before we get them? Why is that? Like, the expectation, me as a consumer, you're selling me a product. I want the complete product. If I get it and it don't work, I want my money back. That's what this game is. And it's like they're saying, we're going to sell you an incomplete game. No, sell me a complete game. And I'm not blaming Toys for Bob or anything. They were just making the game. I'm pretty sure this is a publisher move by Activision. 100% Activision fault here. So don't think I'm just, running up on Toys for Bob like, hey man, y'all messing up my childhood. No, they're fine. I'm pretty sure if it were up to them, this wouldn't even be the case. This is purely Activision, and I'm 100% certain that's the reason. But yeah, and people were saying, oh, it's a patch. Like, no, like we have a whole nother month a month and 20-something days before this game come out, and you mean to tell me all that time they can't fix whatever the issue is so that we can just play it right out the box? No. It's too early in the game. They've already decided that they were going to do this stupid thing, and whoever and people who go with it don't raise any bit of a fuss about it. No biggie, just slip right under the radar. But no, if this is how the game is going to release, I will have no choice but to wait until the PC version, because I can't support this. And as much as it sucks, and it really agitates me because I like this game a lot. I like Spyro, and it's like, why did you? Why? No one. I've yet to hear anything from Activision. I'm seeing 3 different videos covering the topic, and all of them come to the same conclusion that we don't know why Activision did it. Everyone's speculating. Like, everyone's thinking that maybe it's a patch. Everyone's thinking that maybe you have to download the 2 games, which is even more stupid than a patch. Everyone's thinking that people are trying to come up with reasons where it's not your job. It's Activision's job. They're the ones doing it. So they should be able to tell us exactly why this is a thing. And sure enough, nothing. The only response I saw was something, it wasn't even really a response. It was just them saying, well, games nowadays require an update. They don't have to. They don't have to. They require an update because you put something there to make it like that. What is it? That's my question. I think as the consumer, if I wanted to get this game physically, a physical copy of the game, let's say if I was a die hard Spyro and I had to have the literal version of everything covering my entire room, You think I'm going to go out and buy a game I can't play if I don't have internet? No. How come the patch can't be put on the game disc, loaded off the game disc? You know, there's so many ways to avoid this issue, but we know nothing. Everyone's speculating, doing the job of Activision, asking questions, trying to come up with a reason as to why, when we could have the answer, but Activision won't tell us anything because they're trying to do this thing. Whatever, dude. Gaming in 2018, it's always got to be an issue. It's always, we just can't get a finished game anymore. We can't just get a game. We just can't play it and be happy. Why can't we just have a finished game? We got to fight just to have a completed game now. And that really sucks. I really don't want to have to wait till the PC version of this game to come out. I don't want to have to wait until a finished version of a game to come out. It's Spyro. What else? Like you say, all 3 games: Spyro 1, Ripto's Rage / Gateway to Glimmer, Year of the Dragon. That's all I want. I don't want to have to download some stuff to make my game work. That's why the option is there. And I know some people are like, well, you're gonna get it. You were gonna get it digitally anyway. But yeah, but I care about what happens to the game, the integrity of gaming. I don't want everything to go to hell because I just want to do something a certain way. The option should be there. If you want the physical copy, you deserve to get the the whole version of the game. You shouldn't have to weave around some stuff and have to download shit that you don't need in order to play the game. You shouldn't have to do that. And I don't care what nobody says. Whatever excuses that people are trying to come up with, no, it's not your job. It's all Activision. Demand an answer as to why this is the case for this game. That's what we should be doing. Because I don't care if you don't think it affects you that much or not. This is BS in its finest form. Those are the questions you should be asking. Why? Why is this like this? It shouldn't be up to us to sit here and try to figure out why this is working a certain way. They should tell us. They're giving us the requirements. Why do we need that requirement? Just tell us. If it ain't that big a deal, there shouldn't be a problem for them to tell us, right? Right? I'm just saying. Don't think that me making a fuss of this is bad. I just refuse to let my love for a game contribute to the death of gaming for whatever reason. If there's a good reason behind it and it just makes this whole entire video invalidated, I am fine with that. But it has to be a damn good reason, because I promise you I can't think of one. Not one that makes sense. Not one that isn't really some type of way to screw over the consumer at the end of the day. If you buy the game physical, you should get that entire game. We're finding this out damn near 2 months before release, and there's nothing they can do beforehand. Something going on, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, rant over. Rant over. I'll see y'all in the next video.